locations clearly mapped out and have a really
January.
solid
Oh,
understanding
okay.
of
Well,
what
then
the
honestly,
team
then
is
that
going
timeline's
to be
messed up.
doing, how much
Okay, Billy on
anti-strat
defense,
have
EDG
these
on
teams
attack.
done.
Winner,
We are now
Toronto.
in our
Loser,
lower bracket final. Winner
done
here
for like, what,
goes
3
to
months?
Toronto.
Pretty much? 2
Loser
months?
goes home.
And this is what you need to see from Billy
Indeed,
and
we
like
do
this comp.
Fracture
The Vice
coming
struggles,
on in.
especially when
This
doing
one,
like
like
full
you said,
ones
the
like this. The
rotations
Vice
need to
can't
be
get
clear.
pure
An
info either
IGL
side.
matchup, you would
You
think
can't be
was
taking that rope,
comes
guys.
through.
Guys.
She's still alive.
Oh my God! How? How?
But Kang does fall to YZ, so Billy, they do still have that advantage. And I said it's going to be that about the IGLs. Neff
There was 2
versus
of them.
nobody.
There was
Who's
2
gonna
of
be
them
able to call
shooting.
a better
It's
game?
not like
Right
there was
now,
1 of
Billy,
them.
they're getting
There
the
was 2
kills
of
that they
them.
need.
They're still
Nobody
gonna win
does
the pistol,
answer
right?
back, so
I mean, they don't
versus
deserve to
2
win the pistol. I'll be honest.
versus EDG.
I don't
Well,
think they should
one
be
of
winning
them's
this
backing
pistol.
away, nobody with a spike, but now he's all alone.
That was crazy, dude was just on the rope, spinning around.
Very chaotic start to the round here. You can see everyone kind of
And
poking and
they
prodding
missed
across
24
the map,
bullets
trying to
on
get
him.
that early
And he was
advantage.
stunned early.
And a lot of players just kind of get
Dude, I gotta see the replay.
There. And there you go.
I don't
Nobody
think they're gonna
will finally
replay it, but I
lose his
gotta
life.
see
So
that
4
replay. I
players
can't
left
believe what I
alive
just
at
saw.
the end of that round. A very dominant start here for our defender side. And you know, we already said it right. The desk was talking about it. Both teams
24,
already
26,
got on the
26.
side.
Yeah, the
I
ghost,
came in and
the
I said,
ghost
well,
is
the defense
13
side
now.
is possibly a far more
Dude, they
difficult side
actually
to
did
get
him
solid
such a
results
niceness
on.
not
So the
showing
fact
that.
that they're able to kick off with this first round, it certainly bodes well.
Well,
It can give them
a
a
win's a
little
win.
bit of a springboard into the next few rounds.
Think I get the kill there? Dude, I back myself to get that kill there.
Absolutely. So the
I can't believe
pistol
there's
round
2 of
win,
them
like
missing
you
there.
said, for BLG.
I would back
Happens
Bacon
less
to get that
often,
kill. That was crazy.
Then it doesn't, but even still,
Frenzy.
that's a good start.
Frenzy's
for them.
out.
Let's hope that YZ is perhaps a little bit sharper with the first bullets in the round this time. You know, we got those jitters out, got the shakes out. Ichu wants to cut, and actually Kang is just running in. This Neon going so
Guys,
fast. He kind of teased it. In
you
his
gotta
walkout.
buy another
Nobody
gun,
finds
man.
kill
I
onto
can't watch you
K-Knight.
use
2
pistols
instant
anymore.
Responses, though. And EDG, okay, 3 versus 3. They're fighting here, and they're doing a pretty decent job of it.
Oh, this is incredibly
Holy
dangerous
hell.
for
You
BLG
can't watch
because they're
anyone.
losing so many
What's
more
going
players than
on?
they want to. They're losing all of these guns. However, BLG is still managing to have a bit of an advantage here, so it's unlikely that Chichu is going to be able to get too much done.
And Chichu, well, I mean, he's only got a classic, right? Surely, yeah, okay, there we go.
My goodness,
Surely
man.
It doesn't go that way, and it doesn't. So, a nice 2-0
My
start.
goodness,
Perhaps
what
a
is
bit
this
more
start,
costly
dude?
than you would like if you're a Billy player. Only 2 players staying alive.
Do you know what would be
into the
good?
next
You know
is
those
perhaps
what was it? Those
Billy
Valorant
Billy
rank thing?
Wilson's
I don't know what they're
likely
called.
economy is
We
certainly
have to
gonna
guess
suffer
the
from that,
ranks.
so
Dude,
EDG
imagine
certainly
just
feeling
slipping both
themselves
of
in a
these rounds
pretty
in here,
decent spot as
and people
we,
had to
as we
guess the
head into
ranks.
round number
I
3 and
genuinely would
really
love
get
to
the
know
half starting
what ranks
to
people would
go
say.
underway.
Oh,
Ranked though? Oh, dude, it would
losing
hit
all
so
of those
hard.
guns now because obviously
I don't think people are putting over gold on that.
Rifle round, which means
There's some of that.
they
That was
have to kind of
crazy. I
reinvest
can't believe what
to
I've
an
seen in
extent,
2
which could
rounds.
seriously hobble their money into the next few rounds.
That's
unless they
actually
do manage to
madness, isn't
still
it?
win this one out, and that could
Still,
be
good game plan
very
from Billy.
difficult.
We're
Look at
pushing
EDG,
over
they're playing
towards
such
here.
a
Some of these
patient
sides,
game.
some of these
They're
holds are going to be
waiting for
weak,
BLG
so
to get
making sure that we go
proactive, to
aggro.
get a
Even though they're going to
aggressive,
lose this,
and
it's still like a
Jenny
good
with a
sign. Well,
3K
spike's
finally
down,
put
maybe.
down into the grave, but has made it a very winnable situation for EDG.
I feel like this is still kind of possible for Billy, though. Chi-Chi, this is a
Oh,
crucial
dude, super
fight that
possible
he ends
now.
up losing
They know where the
out.
spike is. They know where they're going to
Now
group.
2
They could
versus
just go
2.
push and get free
Smoggy
control if they want
and
it.
Kang, okay, they're over in arcade, so they're not going to let these weapon upgrades go into the hands of Billy. That's really the victory condition that you're looking for.
Oh, the timing's
Not
pretty
quite
good
spotting
though,
for
and they
Kang.
don't know about Cypher.
Levius has a Vandal here. Is
Good
he
take of
going to
timing.
be able to win this out? Kang starting to plant the spike. Out goes the stun.
God.
He's been caught by it. Levius round the side, one to the
Okay,
left, one to
dude,
the right. And it's
good damage
Kang
though. I thought
putting
they were
in
like
the dust.
really done
And
into
again,
this. I
it's
didn't think it was gonna be
another
close, but
costly anti-eco round for one of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, so it starts off with a very full kind of stacked push out towards, you know, that dish entrance. But because EDG are expecting it, and they're playing that passive positioning, they're waiting for that aggression to come through, they're holding the longer angles because they know that they're going to have the better guns. If Jenny doesn't get a 3K there, this round could end very differently because as much as they're waiting for it and they're expecting it, it comes down to him to get
I think they're buying up though. They're at least having a conversation about buying up.
I believe it was
Tech balls?
nobody
Dude, the
that
rare.
was holding with him gets
The
taken
rare
out before
China
he can really
tech
do
balls.
anything himself. So, and then all 3 of those kills, because you've had
Sonya,
both
what do you got
Nobody
here?
and Jenny dying, it is
From
a
Billy, like
gain,
this-
but
this
it's a
comp?
very small gain, possibly far smaller than they would have wanted. So, you know, props to EDG for being able to call that, read into it, and then pivot off of that so well and keep that advantage. As you said,
That
still
is
a very expensive
mental.
round for them, losing quite a few of their guns in the interim. The good news is that because they
There's
managed
2
to
of
take down
them.
all of Billy's players, and because Billy had come into that,
can't believe there's 2 of them.
reinforcing into a lot
That
of
is
those
missing that
guns,
bad.
it means that in this round they're far less likely to have enough money to buy in, you know, decently. Okay, that being said, go for a few half armors here and there, and actually you do manage to eke out a fairly sizable buy here. So they have managed to keep their economic struggles a little less
Okay, straight in.
intensive.
Yeah.
4-person push again.
First gun round.
Really
So this is where we really
cementing
start
that
to
they
see
have the
these
right plan on
teams,
this one.
you know,
Teo joins the
get into
2
the
here. They would have
nitty-gritty
heard
of the
that.
half, right? This is where we want to
Great
see
stun.
all of those power moments. And why he's going
Whoa, it's a nice
forward
shot.
in towards the spawn,
Dude,
it
no one else committed.
doesn't quite work out. The south side in the control
Commit,
of EDG
guys.
right now.
Someone
nobody
commit.
was picked.
Oh
Sandman's
my
behind
goodness,
them.
I'm
He's found
probably calling a
another. Now
timeout
leaving
after
Levius
that.
1 versus 3.
I mean, this
My
is the
neon's
most
gone out and
impossible
spotted
pass
too,
for him.
and no
And this
one's
is again why I was
commit
saying,
swinging.
right, the attacking side, it's so devastating. BLG going for a stacked push as well. Like, given how that last round went, such a questionable decision to make. And now that's all been left onto Levius.
Oh, that was a
Of course,
criminal round
with
from
Kang
Billy.
waiting, arms wide open. Very unlikely that Levius is going to be able to get too much done. So EDG bring it up to an evened out scoreline. And that little bit of a buffer that Billy was starting to build for themselves is yoinked away from him.
Yeah, you can see in the mini map here, while all of this focus was happening towards the south side spawn, we just had a push through dish. The spike gets planted on the site while everyone's fighting and dying over towards the attacker spawn.
Well, force him down to Nico, and
It's, you know,
we've
I
seen
don't wanna say
seen
it's
some
a
worrying
little bit
rounds. My
misplayed
goodness.
by Billy, but they left a very glaring weakness there, and EDG were able to read it perfectly.
Again, Billy, I mean, they're really trying to lean into the stacking setup. It can be a bit of a double-edged sword. But it looks like this time around they're going to play a little bit more passively. They know that these aggressive pushes haven't worked out, except this is such a weird round to not double up because this round they don't have guns and they're just going to walk straight into Kang's waiting arms. Levius will be able to get one for himself, but how much more can Billy do with this less than
Was this buy? I mean, it's a
decent,
low buy.
a loadout?
Yeah, you're looking towards YZ with the Vandal. See if he can get anything done. The part of a 2-man push with Neff down through the spawn and through tree. Guns come out, making sure that their progress is coming through. But Smoggy, where are the position? And YZ just gets deleted straight away. That's kind of the one player that you're looking for.
Nice shots.
Jenny is there to shut down K-Knight for the finisher
Nice
of the
shots,
round.
and
EDG, they
one away
have
from
the
a
lead.
Brim ult. Do they have so
But
many
that
good
was an
ults here?
anti-eco.
Yeah,
EDG have
so
so
I was
many
kind of
ults.
alluding to it and then everything kicked off, but to go, so they do these
Pink
stack
Ranger with the Prime.
pushes
Thank you so
on
much,
rounds
dude.
when they
Thank you
have
for that.
guns, and then when they don't have guns, they go for something a little bit more kind of defaulty. You've got to be capitalizing when you don't have the weaponry to get any real results. You've got to be working together, playing off of one another, go for a little bit more of a death ball, because leaving players on their own split across the map is very likely going to end
Yeah,
badly.
too many ults to go up against here. They're probably going to lose this round.
Let's
see if Neff can get a kill. Teo over towards Heaven. Free sight on this one. Insta reaction. No kind of push. Everyone's just going to be going through
this and he
spawn.
wants to take the round by the scruff of the neck. EDG, they're into the site, they have the control, but Jenny's caught by Russia. That could be a bit of a mistake.
Absolute
It's
chaos.
3 versus 3. The trade's coming on out. Nobody and Kang, they're still here with the control. Neural Theft giving away their positions. And nobody...
I mean, Cypher's here pretty early on.
As well. The spike in hand. Levius has been spotted
Jesus,
out towards tower,
what is
and
this
Kang
game
pops the
today? My
overdrive.
goodness.
Now nobody getting the spike planted. Salvos won't be able to deny that in time. And the ultimate, it's doing magic. It's doing work. Neff 1v3 takes down the first, but he's on
Holy, free HP. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Get it done.
Oh my
In the nick
god.
of time, lands the shots.
There's no way, bro.
Everyone was
you know what?
whiffing at the
Stun's
end as well.
cosmetic.
How did he not
That's
kill him
where that
back?
is. To get that final kill when all you can see is the head peeking out above the edge of the platform there, just beautifully done. Great clutch there. I must admit, some of the ult usage here was a little bit questionable, but okay, Kang gets 2, so that keeps things in a winnable position.
Bro, how is
That
he
Road
still
and
alive?
Thunder, it
Smoggy.
could have worked, but unfortunately,
Jesus.
loses out in those final moments. And
Honestly,
now
I'm okay with
all of
sending
those
neither of these
ultimates off the
teams.
board.
What's going
Here's the
on,
problem,
man?
though, because EDG still have 2 ults online. They still have a lot to work with, and it's 2 big ultimates as well. So for Billy, sure, this round, it's a stinger round, as one does. But once we get through this one, maybe they can, build up a few ult points here. Maybe they can, get themselves into a more doable situation in the next round, because this round should be somewhat of a foregone conclusion.
Those stinger rounds are often some of the most dangerous ecos, right? We see a lot of teams winning out when they have the stinger rounds, but all of the players on the light shields as well. Kang, he's got that outlaw, and he's going to use it. It doesn't matter where he's going to hit you. You're still taken out there. Just with those light shields. So 5v4 for EDG yet again. Levius been spotted here inside of Arcade as well. Chi with a kill. And EDG, yeah, they're cementing their authority here on this one. Now 5v2. Okay. Interesting.
Certainly questionable.
This, right?
I mean,
Nah, they're going back towards the safe side. They're fine.
But he's got an outlaw, which is not ideal for these situations, because it's more than likely going to end up being a retake. And any sort of a sniper rifle on a retake, you're going to be at a massive disadvantage.
Yeah, Chi-Chi's been spotted there as well. And YZ can't quite land those shots. 10 HP onto Chi-Chi. But yeah, he can just... There's not much he's going to be able to do here. Smoggy just nail in the coffin. 5-2 EDG.
Hey, please give me a buy round, man.
5 in a row. They are starting to really find that momentum, and it's looking dangerous. This is BLG's map pick, but EDG, they got to start on the attack, which is definitely the better side here on Fracture. So there's still the chance for a second half comeback, but they need to get something done here on the defense. Because if it keeps going like this, a 10-2 half, you're still not coming back from that.
100%, right? Like, it doesn't matter how good your attacking side is, even if it is your better
Okay, yeah,
side.
thank God.
If you
Dude, we
don't
all
have
need a
some sort of
timeout
buffer
here.
to work with, you
Everyone,
can't afford
yeah.
to drop even a single round. Let's say we go in 10-2. If they lose pistol, that's it. But if we go in 6-6 and you lose pistol, there's still a chance. You've still got a little bit of wiggle room. And unfortunately, it's looking like this could be a bit of a runaway scenario. So we're going to have
I wonder if they're going to keep pushing or not. They kind of did the whole thing where they pushed for the first 4 rounds and then they create enough pressure so that when they fast flood in, they shouldn't be enough people over towards site.
The problem is that they've had a lot of like shining moments.
I mean,
We've
it's
had
just
kind
been
of,
just been a mad
not
half.
hero plays, but we've had some kind of individual greatness. But I'm not seeing the type of coordination that's necessary to shut down a team like EDG. You know, I'm not seeing the util combos, the swings that are needed. Like Levius in that previous round, swinging out when his teammate was on the other side of the map. You know, YZ was
How many
still trying
ults
to
we
make his
got?
way across. Levius swings out. It's not
Tail
even into a
or
2-person hold,
against a
but
breach
he
or
loses out on that duel. And if
breach
he wins
brim
that
combo
duel,
or what?
cool, you've brought it to a 2 versus 3. It's certainly doable, but he loses, and that puts YZ in a 1v4.
Yeah, it looks
What
like they
on
still
earth
want
are
to
you
push,
meant
but they're
do
about to
at
push into
that,
the 4.
particular junction? So we need to see things tighten up a little bit here for Billy, and perhaps that timeout is just what they needed.
Yeah, and they've got the guns here in this one
Well.
as well. Kang can be the first to try and find this. YZ taken out by Smoggy.
I had 2 stuns on
They've
him.
been doing so well. They're backing each other up. They're always playing in pairs. Feels like Billy, they're not able to get this a solid 1v1.
Oh, this was close, by the way. Oh my goodness.
You've got
Big
the
flash.
orbital
A
strike
great
story
flash.
as well. And
Dude.
Knight finds 1-2. The second. Now it's a 2 versus 2 on the site. Rusia taking out nobody. This is the chance. Chichu's on 11 HP. Got the spike.
Ev-
What does he do
Everything's
with
so
this? He's
wrong.
expecting Levius to come on the flank. He's
Everything's
right.
so wrong, dude. It's
Time
fine.
ticking away that he can't afford to
Let's
lose.
wait for the next round.
I feel like this might just be a save angle. Because realistically, what can you get done in this round? With less than 40 seconds left to try and get a plant.
Reset.
However,
Dude,
very split
look
up.
at the
A kill here
rounds.
onto Rusia could do it, but no. Just going to drop straight into the headshot. That's an unfortunate round, I feel like, for EDG, but well done to Billy Billy.
Yeah, but why are they still going
you come
dish
into a
against
round
the
and you throw
tail?
ultimates and you lose to a flashy boy. Like, that's insane. One flash was all that they needed to set them up here, to deny that orbital strike entirely and bring that numbers advantage into their own hands.
Yeah, and the overdrive was utilized there as well by Kung Kung. So you know, it's oh sorry, no, it was a it very much looked like he was popping the.
Okay,
popping
what
the
is
ult
this?
there, but either way,
4-person push.
The ults, the Rolling Thunder still gone and still yet to be invested in Kang Kang. They're going forwards again. Billy Billy, not content with that first one. K-Knight does have the answer back. Orbital strike to prevent any sort of trade as well. The A site is open, and look at this EDG running straight there. 100-meter sprint. Should be able to get here ahead of Billy Billy. It's just Levius inside of mid that's going to really cause the main issue for them. He's kind of stalled them out just long enough for the rest of his side.
Yeah, they're just
here
not
with
going
him
to
as
get...
well. Spike's going down. They drop out.
Well, the timing of this Visor was
Two kills just
crazy,
there, but
by the
Smoggy
way.
a double in response.
And it popped the
Now it's
Visor
2
just as
versus
they
2,
decided to
and
go
Levius
out.
plays ahead of it. Nobody now has to clutch up big. There's still 50 seconds left. This one could be possible.
Oh, nice shot.
Oh no, and that's the first kill there, Sam.
How much more, though? I mean, he's still got control of the spike, so nobody can pivot. But obviously, the rotations are a lot quicker here for Rusia, so there is a chance. And Rusia does seem to have read into it.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it's the
The
double
rehit's
fake!
happening.
No shot, bro!
He did salvos over towards B to try fake it and now walking towards
There's no way
A.
he's actually going to go B. There's not
Oh,
enough time.
boy.
He's got to come back and hit this A site. So he's going to hold this angle, but is nobody even going to
But
have
he might
time? He's
not-
going to have to leg it. He's going to have to hold W and he's going to run.
Whoa, what a shot! Fair play, man. Nice shots.
The running headshot. Nah, man. That
Show me the
you know
replay.
what?
Show me the replay.
Dude, both of the shots
I
were
have to
nice.
see how nobody hit that. Look at him. He's got that cheeky grin on his face. Because how has he been able to clutch that round out to 1 versus 2 for the side of EDG? And just when we thought Billy Billy, they might get some momentum back, nobody pulls out this. Oh my
nice.
word, that's crispy.
Good shot. Hayes, thank you so much for the prime, mate.
You just did him so dirty.
I reckon
That's
only 2
unreal.
for today,
What
I would
a
say.
clutch there from EDG to just bring things back into their power. And look at the buy now from Billy Billy. Like, this is a massive problem. They have 3 pistols, a judge, and 1 rifle. They were
Like
trying to
that's good.
match the aggression from EDG, and they've just been sat down. And to be fair, they get a lot done in those early rounds, matching those stuns, pushing forward
The
aggressively,
Wizzy judge,
shutting
yeah.
down Kang Kang.
It's a
But
classic.
unfortunately, when it came to that clutch moment, couldn't make it happen.
And they used an ult in that last round as well, the orbital strike. Work out for them. Kang Kang now sends out the fast lane. Armageddon in through as well. YZ just about able to escape and evade all of the utility that was coming forwards. Now the salvos to stall a little bit of time, and the molly as well coming on in. Slow it down a little bit. It's all a distraction. A spike making its way over towards A. Here's Chichu with 1, the second 180 as well. Levius is in tower, and it's drawn Neff over here. They know they have
Oh my
the
god, that
control,
was kind
so
of
the
nice
spike
though.
is making its way as
And they
well,
get
but
info,
now
and we
EDG
do a cage
are
touch to make sure you can...
sorry.
Oh, dude.
EDG no longer have the control, and the judge is here. There's 2 picks, 3 on the round. Smoggy has to try and clutch up another 1v2 for
Double
EDG,
gun,
and this
triple
time,
gun
not
upgrade.
enough.
Oh boy.
I'll be honest.
Well,
The
judge did
pivots
pretty
from the
good.
Spike moving back
many ults did they
towards
use?
the
Terror
B
ult.
site was really weird to me. Like,
Breacher.
you've positioned 2 players.
The
to
breacher
do
was weird. Why
exactly
why did they
what
see
Chichu
one
and
on
Kang
site
Kang
and then
started
breacher to the
doing?
right?
Get these early hits.
Where it's gonna hit
That's what
nowhere?
they needed to do. They're
Wait,
pulling
surely
the
this breacher
distraction. They're
is
pulling the
actually gonna hit
rotation.
nowhere.
You're in an anti-eco. You don't need to re-hit.
Holy.
Feel the love there. But
I've-
instead, they do opt to re-hit. They get a little bit overconfident. That was a round they had no business losing. And Billy somehow coming out on top of that one off of a bit of a missed call from EDG. They've now made this half a lot more competitive. If they can somehow win this round, they've got Overdrive online. They've got a lot to work with. And a lot of the ults have been
Thanks for
taken
nice
away
word. You're
from
the
EDG.
strategic coach for XLG.
He's
Oh,
so
dude,
close.
you're doing
He's
good work,
facing
man.
that ult. One more point is all it's going to take. And he's had some devastation.
You guys are doing great.
Read. They're on the A side, so the pushes it over towards B. It's going to be full retake.
What's your name? Arian. Arian.
As well, the moment that they realize
Arian.
B site was the moment of focus, and the shear comes through. YC is just completely separated from the rest of his team right now. He's been spotted here. There's so many players that are able to collect on this. Levius with one Nap. Oh, hold on. Surely not Nap.
That's absolute chaos.
K-Knight there to assist.
Absolute chaos. Lexi, you can't be blaming me for this one.
Come on through. Billy now one round away from tying us up, and at the very least, a 5-7 half on the defense. That's pretty darn good here for Fracture.
This is crazy because, like, so they had the rounds where they tried to match the aggression and they had some success, but they kind of struggled in those more clutch moments. So now we get into another
This whole
round
half has been absolute
we're gonna
chaos.
stack one side. If they come here,
Look at that kill, though.
they don't come here, we play
Jesus.
retake. Because retake is kind of like being on the attacking side, you know? Your attacking team has got spiked down and now they're busy playing post-plot. Now they're setting up their defenses and you take on the role of the
Okay, last
attacker,
round.
which we know is
Surely
their
this one's a
favorite
normal
side.
round.
So it's a bit of a weird kind of
Prison Mike,
mind,
thanks so much
you
for the
know,
prime, mate. Appreciate the 2
sorcery type
months.
of round, but it works out. The deficit now down to only
Okay,
one
fast
round.
fake over
So
towards A. In
doable
reaction, they
for
push
Billy,
towards
and
top
they're
side.
coming to us with a far
I mean, they're
superior
just going to
buy.
see a Vice here, though, right?
EDG, they're really suffering here with the economy.
Not
There's
this again.
Last couple of losses in the clutch
Okay,
as well.
nice shot.
G2 falling inside of the spawn. Neff with one. But
Knight,
Kang
K-Knight,
gets
what are
the
you
kill.
doing,
Now
bro?
pops the
Come on,
overdrive.
man. Look at the
He
rest of your
wants to go
team.
forwards. He wants to secure the half. Doesn't want this tide. He gets a weapon upgrade for himself. Bit of stall and the spike now planted. The 4 versus 4. YZ's behind. Kang finds a kill onto Rusia. And Smoggy gets the better of the players as well. Kang with 3. He's been the real standout as we expected him to be. 14 and 8. Levius left to face the music here. 1 versus 4. What can he do? The first kill, spot onto Jenny. The drone coming on in, so much utility, so much of everything to try and take him down, stall him away. And the time just keeps on ticking. The flank from Kang.
Okay,
secures the
mate,
half,
this
and the
was
4
one of.
kills was
I know we
enough for a
always say this when we
7-5.
watch China, but maybe
What a
because the last
fantastic
game was like
performance
pretty nice
all
to
around.
watch.
You know, you have
This
Billy
really
Billy
is like
getting
the
a
most
little bit of
the
a
most
head
classic
start
Chinese
in
game,
that,
man.
getting those
With,
first
it's
2
pure
rounds
chaos
there.
every
EDG
single round.
instantly
Loads of the
snatches
stuff
that
doesn't make
away
sense.
from them. A pivotal timeout comes through and Billy finally start pulling some rounds back. But we've had 2 rounds back to back where teams are winning where they absolutely have no right to do so.
Yep.
Yeah, eco round from Billy 2 rounds back. EDG come
XLG
into that.
and Wars
Okay,
was the
it's a
calm before
commodity,
the
so it's
storm.
a
It really
half
was, man.
buy,
This is
it's
definitely a
force,
storm.
It's a pots and pans. We're going to throw everything we have into this one. But Kang has overdrive. And I mentioned how incredibly
Is 5 good,
impactful
mate?
he's
I
been with
can't
that
make
ultimate.
sense of what's going on, mate.
Well, he only had it in a couple of rounds, but in those rounds, he gets these multi-frags and he goes huge. And he does the exact same thing.
Sunset
in
Vice,
that
yes or
round.
no? Probably
Beautifully
yes,
done.
Bacon.
And it pulls EDG into a lead at
Imagine
the
it's kind of
half.
unreal.
But I think that it's definitely a lot closer than perhaps EDG would have wanted. And now we're going to swap sides where Billy will get to mount their own attack. It's
Not
where
worried
they
about
feel
top
the
mid?
most comfortable.
Nah,
and
not when I'm playing with
perhaps
the
this is where
Cypher
we
as
see them
well.
turn things on their heads.
Okay. We bit of information on what the fans are voting on as well. The setup is when your teammates say there is an op at A.
What do you mean,
main, the
Bacon?
left
That's
is,
where my
"I don't
wall
believe
is
it,
as
I'm
well.
gonna peek," and the right is
about that one?
rotate. So feels like most people they're rotating away from the operator. I think that's the smart move there. We didn't get to see much operator really from Kang in that first half, though. I feel like even
Give me the
on
deadlock-
attack and
deadlock
off is
Vice,
kind of
Bacon.
what we know him for, and it's certainly one of his better weapons.
Godson,
but,
thanks
I
so
mean,
much for the
even
prime.
without that,
Appreciate the
he's
4 months
doing
as well. Thank
the
you, thank
mad
you.
work, Outlaw, Vandal, Phantom,
yeah.
it didn't matter.
I'll be
Kronos,
honest, though, I
91
don't
as well
love
with the prime.
these
Thank you for the
options,
17 months.
because
Thank
first
you.
and foremost, it's not I believe. It's not
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can
believe
probably
it, I'm
plug
gonna
and play
peek.
the
It's,
same
oh, there is.
Ascent idea.
I'm gonna win. it's the ego peak for me.
Oh,
but
incredible.
there needs to be an option of, oh,
Is this
there's
the
an
bacon
op,
you talked
cool,
about at the
I'm gonna
start of the
flash him
game?
off to
Yeah,
this
it
position
is.
and we're gonna run him
Were
over.
you getting flamed?
That
If anything,
is
bacon
the
was a
correct
compliment.
response
No,
to
no,
an
but
operator.
that requires thinking. Remember, this is.
I said that you would have hit a
Don't
shot that
think.
was missed by 2
Hold
players.
W and go in.
So it's more like that ego peak example that I gave earlier. Of
Yeah.
like, oh, there's an op. I win these. I'm gonna
Feeling
keep that
generous
off.
today.
It's totally
I
fine.
won't show
You
him
know
the
what best
clip.
part is?
Yeah, dude, someone
when your
link bacon the
teammate-
clip
so
and
you
tell
have
me if he
one
thinks he'll
teammate
hit that
dies
shot.
to the op and he says there's an op
I
there,
think he'll
and
hit
then
that
your
shot.
second teammate is like, don't worry about it, I got this, and he peeks the op and he dies, and then the third teammate, instead of going, you know what?
This looks like a
maybe-
tech
no,
force.
No. The third
Bacon, you
teammate
can check
also
it out.
says, don't worry guys, I'm gonna win this. And you
I've
just
got
have-
this.
Oh man, if I could count how many times that's happened, but
Yeah, we got a bit
It
of a
is
tech pause
innumerable.
here. You know, what is this? VCT MEA? Come on, what's happening here? It's
look at me, I am pansy now.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, there we go. We're in.
Sprite the legend. Thank you so much for the
Not too long
21
of a
months.
break.
Thank you,
Maybe
thank
it
you.
isn't VCT MEA. It's not been 2
Thank
hours.
you so
of-
much,
of
bro.
a
I
tech
appreciate
pause.
that.
This is so bizarre. I don't know.
I
how to
back
deal with
myself
this
to at least
situation.
body
This
shot him
isn't
down.
EMEA,
Yeah,
and this
that's
is
what I'm
Super Pacific,
saying.
alright? We don't have tech
Bacon, there's
pauses
2 of
that
them, by
take
the
us
way.
into the next day. China's got their things on lock, right? They are very much
Okay.
in control.
Let's forget
but
the
question
first
now
half.
becomes, which one of these 2 teams is going to be the one in control? Currently,
What a
EDG,
segue.
as mentioned, thank you, 7-5
1-0
at
though for
their
pistols, so
half,
we have to kind of
but
talk about the first half.
gonna have to mount a very strong defense here. This is where things could get spicy for Billy though, because now they have an attacking Cypher and they're running into the defensive Vice. And I'm not too sure. I feel like I favor EDG just in that particular Sentinel matchup, but of course that isn't the be-all end-all.
Yeah, I have to agree. One thing to remember as well is Billy
be careful,
they
bro.
got the defensive pistol in that last half. So that kind of shows you
They kind of messed up their head a little bit, but they got free map
right, and
control.
including one of them that they shouldn't have won. So this is a
3-person
very crucial
push
round here at the start of
behind.
this
They
half.
get
If
the
Billy
trip,
can
and
win
there's
this,
2
then they're
people
basically
here to
right
swing
back
off
in
of
the
it.
game
I mean,
because
EDG should
aren't
get
afforded that
wrecked,
opportunity
but
like they were to get
what's the
that
sun
extra
like?
bit ahead. Now comes the retake from EDG. Kang is the first to fall, and Jenny follows suit very quickly after. K-Knight is answered back upon by Chi-Chu, but
Yeah, I mean,
nobody
it
also
worked out how
falls.
we thought it
Smoggy
would
is
work
just
out.
on Chi-Chu.
Double
And
pistols.
it's not going to happen. So Billy, double pistol here on Fracture. That could be the best opportunity that they have to stay alive.
That was such a gorgeous flash, though. So they get in onto the site, they get the spike down. Fair enough, it's a pistol round. Sometimes you just get a free sight.
Yeah.
But they have such good utility to maintain that control. That flash that comes through as the defenders are trying to come in for that retake instantly blinds out like every
Ooh,
single
just
one of
before
them,
the stun
and they
came
can
in.
pivot off of that
This is
so
an important
well.
kill.
So that is a much needed pistol round coming through here for EDG. Not needed in terms of like, you know, sorry, for BLG. Because now they can start to close that gap again. They're 2 for 2 on pistols, but they cannot allow this round to become as close as that first pistol, or that's, you know, the first bonus round. This is the round they need to keep it clean.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got a clean entry into
Man,
the
most
site
teams
right
don't go
now,
for this
Heroes
on the
A.
anti-eco.
Neff
Because you end up
starting
giving them
that
so
plant,
much
but
space, and you're locked
not
in.
quite in time and not quite enough.
Like, normally you don't want to
try
give
and
this
distract
much
away
space to
from
the
it.
ecos.
So we're in a
But
5v5
honestly,
retake
EDG didn't
scenario
really
for
capitalize
EDG,
off of
and
it, so-
retaking, especially in the current meta, it's pretty darn difficult. And Fracture is
Smoggy
one of
has
the
double
maps where
smokes.
that is absolutely amplified. The jump spot punished. K-Knight, YZ also in on the action there.
I mean,
Levius
honestly,
and
EDG here,
Risha,
they
I
lacked a
believe
plan.
That may have been a team ace coming
Like,
through from Billy.
normally, if you have like
Definitely
double
four
smokes
of-
and they get
at
locked
least
in
four
over
of the
towards the
players getting
site,
involved.
you're like waiting for the
They
smokes to
ticed up
nearly go
7-7.
down. You do your own
Now we
smoke.
have
You can
the
even do a
bonus,
one-way on top
EDG,
of the
this is
smoke
their
so that people
chance to
can't
regain the
stand
lead.
on the
If-
site.
I mean, if
And then you can
Billy
just
win
send
this
it in.
round as well,
I feel like they reacted
then
pretty
we
bad.
start to get
I know they're
right?
eco, but
Absolutely. That's when things potentially get a bit spicy. I will say
like they
that
had a lot
jump
of
peak
people
was a
close.
bit why. Usually you keep your jump peaks a little bit tighter. So that was a free clay pigeon shot.
Like when you're given all of this free
Training
space,
with
you
clay
have to
pigeon
take that.
shooting.
You got to take
But
that
now,
early.
because
Smoke
Billy came
this.
through that round with all of
Then
their
the-
guns intact, they're
Add
at
full
a
dish
really good
control.
position here to maintain. But look how aggressive EDG are looking to get here. They want to take the fight to Billy. They want to win this one out. And
Okay,
Kang
lovely
kicks
start
it
into
off
this one.
with a
See how
double.
much damage the bonus can do.
Well, this is the Can.
Oh god, they keep pushing.
The rest of EDG, they're pushing for more. Jenny finds a kill onto Levius.
And they're gonna keep going.
At least a trade.
Keep going.
Jenny finds a double of his own. Russia has the
Lunatics.
site. Well, that's nice.
Back though. One
no
out the
spike
Jaws.
and no teammates either. 1v4 and
Okay,
Can
that's
deals
clean
with
though.
that
That's not too bad.
swiftly.
One gun
8-7,
rebuy, double armor.
they regain the lead. A bit of normalcy established here. Now, a sort of power-up round, right? This is where we start to see rifles on both sides. I believe this should be a close one in terms of the economy, in terms of the buys. Again, the
I will
nitty-gritty
say,
of the
like,
half.
Kang, Jenny, handshake. The two of them had a fantastic round there. We have another pause coming through here, and I think this is a really important one as well. This should be a tack pause, and yes, so it is, because the coaches need to kind of step in here for Billy. It's happened twice now.
Pause.
You win
Nah,
pistol in conversion,
this one's nice
and then you
timing.
lose your bonus, and while that does
First
very
big
often
buy round is
happen
pretty early
just
on for the
because of
half, but
the gun
why not?
differential,
Could be his last
it's
time
a
out as
very
well.
stressful situation to be in, particularly when you look at the trend of how that first half went. Billy really do need to kind of get on top of this and hopefully find a way to stem that tide a little bit. They're getting it onto site. They're, pretty consistently getting spike planted, but it's the retakes that they're kind of struggling with. And then we get into that next round and EDG are just like, you know what, we're not going to give you the site this time around. We're going to match that aggression, which is very much what Billy did on their defensive side, to kick things off. But it got turned on its head and they started to lose those battles. So EDG know that they have the upper hand when they take that aggression, when they take that space early on. So for Billy now, what do you do? Do you continue to play that slightly more passive, allow them to push forward?
And watch
then
all the
try to
games
take
the next
them out?
24 hours?
Or,
Yeah.
Again, do we see them try
That's
to
a lot
take
of
that
games.
aggression and try to win out in those early confrontations?
Yeah, I still don't know if I like.
We need
the
someone
timeout
to
there,
2-0 tonight in
because now they
America
have
so we
none
get some
remaining.
sleep.
It's only the third round of the half.
So if EG win that first map,
but,
we'll I'm
see.
supporting them.
YZ very quickly through arcade. Now looking towards tower. Kang, he might get caught out here. Oh, just about spots it, and Kang, he can get away and lands a shot.
Damn,
as
that's
well.
calm, bro.
In that position is ridiculous.
How's he winning that?
Work. But the rest of BLG answer back. Chichu, bit of a lucky spray through the smoke
Okay,
and the wall.
big round.
Bring
No
a
ults
bit
for
of an
this though.
advantage back towards Edward Gaming. A 3-on-2
Bomb down, they gotta go a little bit fast because of the breach damage. You know the breach is gonna be over towards heaven, so he repositions on floor.
Towards
Pretty
arcade. Are they
strong.
going to be checking for this? Oh, they do. Nobody takes
Ooh,
some heavy
he had to
losses,
kill
heavy
him.
damage. Now Neff has to clutch. The IGL for Billy has it all on
Hey,
his
nice,
shoulders,
he
and
handled from
Chichu
EDG,
wins it
yeah.
out.
Yeah, that to
This
get
is
more
what makes
though.
this map so tough. Just by the nature of the sites and how easy it is to kind of do splits to get that retake going. You've got 2 players left alive in this post plant. They cannot
Man,
be
Kang
standing
did
close
incredible
to
to
each other. They
get 2
can't
there.
really set themselves up for a double up. I mean, you could, but you potentially put yourselves in a dangerous situation. So instead, they play a little bit more split.
Having
They
the
wanna
solo
try and
fight
get early
there,
information.
yeah, I mean,
Unfortunately, the problem with
K-Knight
that
just needed
is
to get a
exactly what
kill.
happens. You end up getting isolated in 1v1s, and it all just kind of goes awry towards the end of that round there. Kang, however, Kang is proof that these stuns are very much cosmetic. Either that or he's got plot armor, because him getting 2 kills to kick off the round there was absolutely unreasonable, and it's everything that EDG needed to pivot back now to a 2-round differential. But Billy still
No, it's
managing to
K-Knight.
hold on to
We
some
can.
weaponry here. Kind of a last chance. Losing this round puts EDG at double digits and makes that return much more difficult.
And the timeout didn't work as well. That's kind of what I'm focusing on here, Sam. I mean, it's just... You take the timeout after 3 rounds and then you lose the 4th one. EDG, they also had the opportunity to...
Yeah,
talk
he chose
each
for it to
other
be
and, well,
K-Knight.
it seemed
Just
it
like you
worked out a
chose
little
for it
bit
to be
better.
Barkan.
Initial push rebuff
Instead of
though,
Bacon.
Here. Nobody watching for the slow creep up the contact
That's a
way
rough
towards
one.
A main. Now it goes to the stuns and a couple in response, but BLG they're pushed back again.
That's true, yeah.
A lot of early utility used, but the fact that Billy have lost a player over towards that B site now puts them in a very, very tight spot. That was their lurk.
Billy
Now they
getting
have
wrecked
to
in
full
buy
push
rounds.
towards A.
Yeah, they do. They go through the door, but Kang, he's still staying in the smoke. The molly is going to be enough to push him out of that position, but he's finding the kills. Kang with 2 again.
So they got no
He keeps
timeout for
finding
this
these
as well.
multi-frags.
They're done.
Not quite a 3K, but K-Knight has to clutch up. Has to do it all, and it's not going to be enough. The Tejo
Dude, I would have to watch
doppelganger
this
action
round
takes
again and
them
work out where the hell the smokes are.
And EDG, they keep extending that lead. I'm getting worried now. Very, very worried.
I mean, given that this was their map pick, this is where they, you know, were definitely feeling the most confident, at least today, coming into this. And unfortunately, it really hasn't
It's a nice
worked
flash
out
spot,
in
though.
their
I like that.
favor So far, it's been somewhat scrappy, but EDG certainly have felt or looked a lot better. And again, I'm bringing it down to that.
Dude, everyone can get
sentinel
one shot by this.
differential. I really do feel like,
One.
you know, Cypher can get a lot of
Dude.
value on the attacking side, but
I got the support here to back him up as well. This is nice.
Okay, this is an anti-eco,
Dude, EDG
so
just look.
you do kind of expect
They do look
EDG to
better.
farm up
I mean, we
kills
had
a
some
little bit,
messy
but
rounds,
it's
and
starting
honestly,
to
they
look
probably.
so rough for Bilibili, and you start to
I don't
wonder
know, maybe should have
what
won
more can be done
some of the
to
other rounds
come
as well,
back
but
into this. What more can realistically be done to give them any sort of an opportunity?
My question is, why was the timeout there?
okay,
Okay, question mark.
how's Jenny
He had a
walked
salvo
into
kill,
that,
and
dude?
Levius, that's a nice shot. Can get an upgrade for himself, perhaps? Oh, he's already got a stinger in hand, so maybe not. 2 players left to try and find. He's got the spike as well. So could potentially
So fine for
find
you to
some
ult
kind of
this one.
re-hit here. Get the spike down.
Oh, okay.
Uses the neural theft, but that's going to give EDG the knowledge that he's over here towards B. They're expecting the push in towards A. and
They went for the
yes, I
double
think
buff.
he's
They went
actually
like they were
here.
fast rotating
By
over
the side
towards A,
VDG.
and now they actually go and just
And
rotate
again,
to
it's
A.
the mental
That's funny.
gymnastics here to try and find an
Yeah,
opening.
and they heard him.
And, you know, thinking, oh, you know, if I've used my ult there, they'll probably think that I'm gonna hit that side. But no, they read into it as
Nicely
you
done.
said. And Levius not able to pull the same
That was
shenanigans
nice from
that we saw
these
from
two, though.
Nobody in the previous
He's
half.
the Cypher against him.
Unfortunately, not gonna be able to clutch out that round. It really was a battle of. I feel like it was a battle of the IGLs in that moment. You know, which team had the right read, which one knew what the other was going to be doing, and unfortunately, it just did not go the way that that Bilibili were wanting. It's another round for EDG, so they're one step closer.
Yeah,
to winning
Bilibili
out the
coach,
first
no
map.
timeout. Just gotta hope the
What
team
on
does
earth
it.
did Bilibili bring to the table here to turn it around?
Dude, what are we doing? We're sending it?
Yeah,
With
we'll
ult?
have to wait and see. Or maybe not wait that long, because this is Kang and YZ we're talking about. They're on the neons. They're running straight forwards. Kang has been stunned up inside of arcade, and
Dude, it's gonna be
stall him out for a
scary.
little bit longer.
They
As
clear
such,
all
they
of this, though. They
evacuate
pretty much get full
BLG, the
info.
north side spawn, safely over on the other side of the map.
Okay,
It's
but now
taken
now
care
they
of
know
too,
they
so now
re-cleared
some
this,
safer
so
rotations for EDG.
do they try and go under? No, it's gonna hit over towards A. Oh, guys. What smokes do you do?
I feel like
Close
this
again?
flank hasn't really been getting them the results that they wanted, and now EDG, they're ready into it. They're ready and waiting.
Damn, this actually turned out to be pretty nice from Billy Billy. They invest the smokes, they have a luck to take the space. All comes down to how much space does he get.
He's found the luck timing in towards B. I don't think he knows nobody's
Not
spotted
too
him.
much.
Well, he does now, because now he's been taken out. YZ rushing in, all
No
kinds of
way.
pressure the second as well.
Nice shot.
3
Spike
versus
down.
3 now as Jenny comes
God, it is
fighting back
pure
on
chaos, this one. It
It's Jenny
really
to
is.
find the frags. We keep seeing double kills after double kill here in this match, and YZ's on 3 health. Neff has to step up to try and
walked,
find the mark,
turned the
and he
corner.
does, but now it's just Neff, 1v2, and he doesn't find it.
Okay. I mean,
Oh, that's
Billy Billy getting wrecked.
heartbreaking.
2-0 with
I can
pistols.
see the vision in that round. It's all about distraction. It's all about conditioning. It's all about, you know, doing the unexpected thing. You've got a full stack pushing towards the A site, drop a whole lot of utility, and then everybody hightail it. And because they also drew out a lot of those ultimates as well. And they pivot back towards that B site. They're like, all right, cool, we should have a free site. But EDG, so here's the thing. Defense can be very difficult because you have to be so proactive, but if you have solid reads, if you've got a good idea of what the attacking team is going to be doing, exactly like EDG seems to do, you can preempt a lot of the danger.
YZ here, he's got the
Very
overdrive,
nice.
caught out wide in the open with his pants
Holy.
down. Now in comes Armageddon and
Oh
Rolling
my
Thunder.
God.
Jenny, perhaps a little bit
That was pure chaos. I mean, he was locked in between two ults, but he didn't have to do that.
Position. Russia's read it. I was going to say, when you said about those reads that, yeah, nobody's been calling a masterful game. He's been one step ahead of Billy. But in this round, it feels like the opposite. A 4 versus 2 now.
Too confident. I mean, yeah, that was like a ranked thing for sure.
With that weapon, seems unlikely.
This feels like one of those situations where they were like, okay, we're gonna do the strat, and then it didn't work. Okay, guys, we messed it up. We didn't do it properly. We're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna do it right. Very similar to what they did in the previous round, but this time things go.
Callan with the prime. Thank you for the 21 months. Thank you for that.
The way that they wanted to. Gonna force EDG to just back away, it seems.
Were
like
the circles
all
on the
of these
minimap for? We don't really know.
This might be the first save.
We think that when Vice was put in, that they wanted to put like a radar
First save in round number 20.
I mean,
well,
on map point,
like
it's fine.
You know when you have Killjoy, you two when it goes out of
that you were
range.
hoping for from,
I think they were thinking of
they
putting
did actually get a
that in
little
for
bit
Vice, and then they
of
took it
value,
away.
But not terribly much. They were looking to try and very kind of
You only see on the
handedly
minimap when Vice dies.
finish up this map and just get it done, take it over the finish line. But Billy, like I said, the same strategy, but executed far better this time around with a much better read into how these rotations are going to look from EDG, exactly what they needed. The problem is that a round that you can replicate? Is that a round that EDG allow you to get away with a second time? With 4 rounds needed to take us into OT, Billy have to be so incredibly creative with these next few rounds, because EDG, like we've been saying, right? It's a masterclass from the EDG IGL.
Oh.
How
How did he dodge the stuff though? It was kind of sick from Kang. Found like the only area to actually like not get hit by Util.
Gonna say that last map we saw a 12-8 comeback from XLG against Wolves. Do EDG suffer the same fate as
What's their money? You can see money on 2 of them. And it's at least a buy.
There's still some decent numbers over here towards
The
A,
great
and the
push from
double
them.
swing out from the
It's a
smoke.
good time at a double swing as well.
Clarity again. 3 versus 3. They're stuck in towards ramp. K-Knight does get one. Oh, stun. Not quite as cosmetic.
No way, bro. They lost like this. Okay, EDG really deserved this in comparison to Billy. Like when you added 2-0 pistols onto this was an absolute stomp. And you gotta look at some of the rounds they're winning here as well.
There was an attempt there at a flood to try and flush them out with all of that.
High rounds, yeah, they didn't win many.
Expecting there to be a crossfire.